Charles William Flatto. Lynched in 1864 in Houston, Texas, for allegedly being an abolitionist and supporting the Union during the Civil War. Ephraim L. Lyon. Killed in 1864 in Missouri for his anti-slavery beliefs and his support of the Union cause during the Civil War. James Hickman. A Unionist who was killed in 1863 in Missouri for his opposition to Confederate authorities and his support of the Union. Joseph Scales. Murdered in 1863 in Tennessee for his loyalty to the Union and his refusal to join the Confederate Army. James P. Johnson. Killed in 1861 in Kentucky for his support of the Union and his refusal to join the Confederate Army. John Lawson. A Unionist who was murdered in 1864 in North Carolina for his opposition to the Confederacy and his support of the Union cause. George A. Nelson. Lynched in 1863 in Missouri for his anti-Confederate activities and his support of the Union. Elijah Parrish Lovejoy. Killed by a pro-slavery mob in Alton, Illinois, in 1837 for his anti-slavery activism and efforts to publish abolitionist newspapers. Reverend James Reeb. A white minister who was killed in Selma, Alabama, in 1965 while participating in the civil rights movement and supporting voting rights for African Americans. Reverend George Lee. Murdered in Belzoni, Mississippi, in 1955 for his efforts to register African Americans to vote and his support of the civil rights movement. Viola Liuzzo. A white civil rights activist who was murdered by members of the Ku Klux Klan in Alabama in 1965 while participating in the Selma to Montgomery Voting Rights March. William J. Simmons. Lynched in 1876 in Georgia for his alleged involvement in organizing African American voters during Reconstruction. The Great Hanging at Gainesville. A mass execution that took place in Gainesville, Texas, in October 1862. It resulted in the deaths of more than 40 individuals accused of being Union sympathizers during the Civil War.